Hi, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Oh, I'm Brad Heine, physical
And
therapist.
together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course. Bob, be careful with that.
All right, well,
please.
We're talking about how to actually, in essence, boy, I really said the right word, how to adjust a wooden cane, right?
Right. If you have a wooden cane, if you're a grandfather, you have a special cane, or you like wooden canes, it's got to be the right height for the individual. So, and the thing about
it's a little tricky.
Yeah, it is. The thing about wood is you can cut a little off, but you cannot cut a little on, so don't cut it too short.
Right.
So let's go through on how to measure a cane first.
All right.
All right. So you're going to have the individual who wants the cane stand up, normal posture, and
I would say with good posture.
Good posture.
Yeah. We want to promote good posture.
Our posture is good. Our normal is good.
All right. There we go.
At least we promote it. So they're going to stand there with good posture, let their arm hang down naturally. Okay. If this cane, if it was touching the ground right now, it was this tall, it's way too tall.
Hitting the mid forearm there.
Right. We should cut it off. Here, measure that, Bob. Right there at the crease of the wrist. Can you see that, Nancy? Right there at the crease where you got the wrinkles in the wrist.
All the way to the floor, right?
Actually, what I do is I go the other direction, Bob. Measure from here to the crease. And that's how many inches you cut off.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I mean, you can just... Yep, from wherever that touches your arm to the crease, how many inches do you got there?
6.5.
6.5 inches. Okay? So, you need to remove the little rubber anti-slip device. Sometimes they can be hard to get off. So get off. You can't get it off because it's been glued on. You may have to cut it off. Sometimes I only need to remove an inch from someone's cane.
That's usually more typical, probably.
Yeah, 6 inches would be pretty unusual.
So let's show how that would look on here, Brad, just against the review. So you got the arm maybe a little bit forward, right? Yeah, I mean, generally I have the arm just a hair forward.
Yep.
Stand up tall.
Okay,
but let's say the cane is hitting him right here.
Yeah.
So here he's only about an inch above the crease.
Right.
The fold in the wrist. So, and then, again, you measure the difference between the two, and then you just say, I need to cut an inch off.
Right. Now, what I always do, let's see if I got an inch, I'll probably cut 3/4 of an inch.
That's what I was going to say. That's what I would do.
If I've got 3 inches to cut, I'll cut 2.5.
Right.
Because
exactly.
The last thing, especially as a therapist, you don't want to have a person upset with you because you cut the cane too short.
The other thing is there's not an exact science to this, because some people do like it a little bit longer, and some people like it a little bit shorter, is what you'll find. Just it's a matter of comfort.
Stand up, Bob, once. Let's say Bob wanted this cane because it was his grandfather's, and his genes were a little different, obviously. This cane is not going to work.
Yeah. If it's short, you're stuck.
Yeah, you're going to have to hang on the wall and just enjoy it if it's got some sentimental value. Okay, so we decided how to cut it off. Be conservative, cut less off than you think, because you can always cut some off, but you cannot cut it on. I like 2 people for this. If you've got a handy person, you got a chop saw, you can just go right out and use a chop saw and cut it off really quick. But most people don't have that. All you need is a cheap little wood saw. But why don't you come over here? This is the way I do it in the clinic. I get the garbage can out. I put it right underneath there. And Bob, put your hand over the hook part, because otherwise it's going to spin back and forth.
Probably once it's closer to the edge, too, don't you?
Sure. There you go. All right. Be careful now. Straight line. Yeah. Don't cut it at an angle. Nice square corner works best. How do you do that? Oops.
Yeah.
Just kidding. They're all there.
So that was your thumb that fell on there.
You cut it off. If you got some sandpaper, you can get rid of the edges. And then very important that you put the rubber anti-slip knob back on. Now in this case, it's too loose. Darn it. So, grab yourself some tape. Any kind of tape will work. I like to use electrical tape. This is, or black tape. This is actually electrical tape, but it's yellow colored for whatever reason. And you want to expand the diameter if your rubber knob is too small, and you just go around a few times. There you go. And let's put it back on. You got a nice interference fit now.
Nice tight fit.
There we go. I like to say interference, Bob, because it interferes. Okay. So that's it. If you can't find a knob that fits for whatever reason, because some are tapered and it gets thicker as you go up, go to the hardware store. They usually have a variety of nice rubber knobs like that. That will work. Anything else, Bob?
No, it's funny though. I actually do it a different way to cut it off, and yours actually is better. My way is to measure, what you think you want the cane to be, but then you have to take into account how much the tip is, and it's just a more difficult. Right. This is the easiest way to do it, Brad. Right. I have to concede.
I concede, okay. Yeah. Wait, Bob, there's one thing we always like to let our people know about if you're 40 and over.
Yeah, you're going to want to subscribe to us because we're going to describe ways on how to stay healthy, fit, and pain-free.
And if you're 40 and over, there's something that I want to share with you that you probably eat ice cream and you probably have chocolate syrup if you're a chocolate lover. If you're 40 and over, I bet you had Hershey's syrup in a steel can, the tin can, not that plastic stuff. If you're 40 and over, Bob, did you ever use this?
Yeah.
Now, if you're 40 and over, I bet you when you were a kid, this is what you did when your parents weren't around. You'd open that up and you'd have two opens there. Did you ever do this when you were a kid?
No, I never did that.
No, it's delicious, Bob. I love it. I've talked to so many people that did that. Oh, you haven't done that? Hershey syrup. In a can, you can't beat it.
Commercials at the end of the videos now too.
You've never done that?
No.